Ice Blast getting removed as we all suspected? Or are the rumours, in fact, ridiculous rumours, as stated by Managing Director Amanda Thompson at the start of the season? Hello everyone and welcome to the 71st Blackpool Pleasure Beach Resort Lancashire news update of the 2024 season. I've accepted the fact I'm probably going to be doing one of these every week or so now because of how much constantly changes at this place. And today we are once again discussing arguably the hottest topic of the 2024 season, SBNO rides. Specifically, Ice Blast, because there have been some developments on site since my last update that suggest it may not be leaving the park altogether. The ride's gondola that was used to seat riders has now been completely removed from the tower structure, as has the maintenance platform that sits above it that was obviously used by engineers to carry out work on the ride where necessary. And it is becoming ever the more notable that this removal is being done with utmost care. For example, the rope that used to be attached to the gondola and pull it up the tower when the ride went into its shot sequence has been tied together ever so carefully by the looks of things. And would they really take so much care if they plan to demolish the ride? I don't think so. The biggest change, however, is that scaffolding has begun to be erected on the tower, and just to clarify, these shots aren't mine, they are somebody else's that I've got permission to use. I haven't visited the park since this erection began. It began, I believe, 3 days ago on Tuesday. I am recording this on Friday the 30th of August, by the way, and hopefully uploading it then as well. And this scaffolding has just continued to get taller and taller every day, so who knows, are they gonna build scaffolding all the way up to the top of the tower, 200 foot in the air, or only so far up? It remains to be seen. The general consensus in response to this scaffolding having been erected on the tower is slightly, I'd say, in the favour of that the ride is definitely staying now. People believe that, oh, they're just going to climb up to a specific point of the tower where this new part that Amanda Thompson stated at the start of the year is being awaited upon for Ice Blast or the PlayStation or whatever she decides to call it when it reopens, Mandy's big shooty thing. However, who's to say that when the ride gets demolished that this is going to be done by a crane? The workers may well erect scaffolding all the way up the tower and just remove it piece by piece, untying all the bolts, etc., and then just taking them off by hand or by whatever tools they need to do so. Another change that I don't have evidence of is that the Speedy Pass and Easy Pass queues have now been completely blocked off. Here's some footage taken by me last Saturday when I was stood at the gate at the end of the Easy Pass queue where ride hosts would let you on when the ride was operating previously. And this just shows the tower with the removed gondola, removed maintenance platform before they started adding scaffolding. And we can assume that this is just being done obviously to allow the maintenance workers to carry out whatever work they're doing on the ride as easily as possible. Another thing that suggests that this ride could well be coming back is the fact that the maintenance platforms for the gondola are still on site. The workers have kept them there ever since they removed them from the tower. They've not been sent away elsewhere. And apart from that, the only other major suggestion that this ride is going to be staying at the resort now is just the rumours that have been being spread. Originally, the rumours were all pointing towards this ride being demolished for good. However, this just suddenly seemed to be a switchover a couple of weeks ago, so God knows what's happened. Some people have even been suggesting that the park are going to remove this ride completely and rebuild it elsewhere, such as on the old Trauma Towers site. First of all, I doubt it would fit there, and second of all, that just seems like it would be a complete waste of money. These people have the theory that because markers were spotted around Ice Blast last year, those are regarding the gyro swing that's allegedly going to be coming to the park within the next couple of years, and that the gyro swing is going to go on Ice Blast's old site. However, I personally believe that it's nonsense, and that if the park were to keep the ride, they'd just keep it in its current location. And the gyro swing could go in one of two locations, to be honest. They could either put it on the site of where Bowler Drone is currently. I mean, they're removing a lot of stuff from Bowler Drone at the moment, which who knows, that may be being done to prepare for the demolition of that building, ready for the gyro swing. Alternatively, who's to say that they won't remove Red Arrow's Skyforce and just have the gyro swing as the replacement for that. I know in previous videos I've had the theory that the park are going to remove Ice Blast and that they originally planned to replace a part on it. However, due to cost or feasibility or whatever, those plans have been abandoned. My reason behind that is because Amanda suggested that the part were being replaced some point early on in the season so that the ride could reopen later on in the season, yet it just continued to sit there completely unattended for months. However, who's to say that there was a delay getting this part delivered to the park? Or it may just be that Pleasure Beach have been umming and ahhing about it for a while, debating whether to keep it or remove it, weighing up all the costs, and they finally come to the decision of what they're going to do, hence we're now seeing movement on the ride site with workers and whatnot. In all honesty, I'm 50-50 now on what's going to happen with the ride. But either way, it's good to see work finally being done on it, because seeing a ride, SBNO, with the park not communicating at all regarding what's going on, there's nothing worse than it. If it comes back, then that's great. And if it gets removed, I'll be sad to see it go, because I'll miss the bouncing sensations I got on it. But we all know that the best ride at Pleasure Beach for bouncing sensations is Fairy World Taxi Spin. And you're going to get to experience that from February half-term onwards in 2025, before the start of the main Pleasure Beach season. For all the details surrounding that, make sure you go and check out this video on the right side of your screen. And for more things theme park related in the UK and beyond, don't forget to click the icon in the centre of your screen to subscribe.